Nice. What's going on? What's up? Anyone live stream on Twitch? What's up? Oh, what happened? Anyone use Twitch? Do you? Who uses Twitch? Guessing no one's going to join via Twitch, considering I've never used it. Wow. She was Real's #1 broker. Shut up. Hoping you didn't offend me. Across that bread. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? Had a fight to stay awake tonight. Had to fight it. What's up, man? What's up, Pedro? Could be better. Show your dogs. Why? What happened? Oh, that's annoying. What happened, man? What'd they do? Negligence? For what? Why does this do this on TikTok? Why does it like go blank? Anyone watching the NBA playoffs? The Celtics gonna win it all? NBA playoffs. Ah, Celtics lose. Wow. Losing OT. I'm in Boston. How about you? Porzingis, 13 minutes, 0 points. Oh. The guys didn't really step up. Sound like they shot atrociously. No, that's pathetic. Where are you located, man? What's up? Hey, I got one viewer on Twitch. Pretty good. Hey, what's up, dude? This is the first time using it. Do people like Twitch? What do you like better, Twitch or Kick? I know people use Kick. Hey, man, like, share, subscribe. We're gonna be famous on Twitch. Woohoo! Yeah! The editor of the world? That's a pretty big title you got there. You're the editor of the entire world? I don't think I'd want your role. Seems like too much pressure. Look at that. One whole viewer. Togi. Social media bad. Probably. Hey, anyone having a margarita? If I squint, you remind me of Jacob from Twilight. Who's Jacob? Is that a werewolf? Yeah, I get that all the time. Smile? What happened? So, what happened to you, Barry Zimmerman? Where's the Togi thing? I want to keep watching it. David Goggins' first appearance in 2 years. I like Goggins. Why do people hate on him? The Iced Coffee Hour, 1.29 million subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers, man. 1.29 million. That's just on YouTube. Jeez. Imagine that. Million subscribers.
Nothing ever goes perfectly to plan. What if we? I swear, sometimes I watch myself on stream back, and I'm like, what the is wrong with you? Because I don't think I could go maybe 48 hours without gambling. Like it is, I'm full on, have to gamble all the time. But it's also awesome. Like me and all my friends are also addicted to gambling, and it's like a very fun experience. And
I do not promote gambling. This guy's talking about his issues with gambling. One West. What's up, One West? Hey. Hey, can you interact on Twitch? I'm going live on Twitch here. Stream manager. Show chat. Hey, what's up, man? Yo. What up? No one likes me on YouTube. YouTube gets no love. Sure.
we have a very strong bond over.
Do you think that's maybe you guys all enabling each other and like kind of justifying, making
Oh my
it
God,
seem like
don't do that.
making
It's
it seem normal because it's all you see, it's
I
all
guess
you're around?
if you were in a, so say you're like feeding for crack, you're addicted to, you probably feed for like maybe once every 3 hours. Then you're in a room with 10 addicts. Every 10 minutes, somebody's like, you should do some. When you're gambling, it's like, yeah, every 10 minutes I'm sitting with my friends and someone's like, let's go gamble. So it is very enabling, but it's cool. It's not causing any problems.
Sounds
But
enabling.
I seriously can't stop gambling.
What's your plan long term? Is it going to be one day you're going to stop or you're going to scale back?
Well,
Or
here's the thing, and this is something that a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around. Typically, I don't think a week out. Like you guys saw, it was very difficult for me to schedule this podcast because you were like, you want to do this in a month. I have no idea what I'm going to do in a month. I might be in Dubai in a month. I might, So I think my life is scheduled out in one YouTube video at a time. I'll be doing a YouTube video, and I'm like taking a bunch of books in order to edit it. This was a while ago, but I remember one time thinking that I was gonna die because of the drugs, and I was just sitting there like, just get this YouTube video out, and then you can just get this YouTube video out, and then you can. So it's really like I have no thought further than roughly 30 days, and then it just like blank in my head.
Are you afraid of dying?
Crazy.
No, I mean no more afraid than anyone else per se. Like everyone's afraid of me.
So why wouldn't you take precautions to lessen the risk of you?
Oh, I would like to do that. And now that I have the money to do it, it's easier. Like I'm getting an MRI on my whole body, figure out like, exactly what's I need to like address and focus on. I get my blood work done more frequently now, just to like make sure everything under the hood is good. But then again, it's like when you're battling like the addiction of whatever it might be, like it's gambling, and you want to be healthy, like it's very easy to fall into a week-long bender, and then you come out and you're like, okay, not good. We should run that back and not do things of that nature. But that's kind of like everyone has internal conflict, and that's like one of mine. It's like I don't want to die, but I also love doing some gambling. So it's like
if I could give
That's
you
crazy.
unsolicited advice, you don't have to listen to it. I would create a
Hey,
budget
Sarah.
every single month or week or day, actually, that you gamble. Guilt-free, and if you lose it, you go down to zero, totally fine. But as long as you create a budget
before.
without going over it,
There's
do you
no self-control. Like once you get in the mind of a gambling addict, like it's literally like I've tried to do that at least 10 times. I've never stuck to the budget ever once I start taking it. It's like you're sitting there, the whole responsibility, like you're sitting there and you're either in responsible mode when you're like, this is all fucked and I need to set a budget, and then you're sitting at the table and you don't. Is that conversation you had with yourself 4 hours ago never happened? It doesn't exist.
I'm curious, what generally causes that tipping point between like, okay, I'm done with Plinko, I'm gonna clock out for the night, or like, I'm done with this bender, I'm gonna return back to normal life? Like, what usually is the motivation for you to end those things?
Well, the 1.8 million is because Rubet locked my account. They said you're done gambling.
But you would have kept going.
I would have kept going. And then like the bender situation is usually predetermined, right? Like you have a vacation, so it's like I'm gonna be here for 7 days. When we were doing the Tokyo vs. Comedy, the trip was planned for 3 days, and we ended up being there for 13 days because every day we were just like, let's extend it, let's extend it. So
What's
usually it's like once your body is like you can't take anymore. Like at a certain point of doing so many drinks and gambling, like you do get exhausted, and you're just like, okay, the ROI is no longer there. I can now, and this is very quickly. Don't hit the same. Like the first day of Tokyo First Combo, I'd probably take 3 pills a day. The last day was probably taking 100 pills a day. So it's like very quickly, eventually you just stop working and you have to take time off and your brain is just like not working. So it's kind of like the tipping point is not, I don't pick the tipping point. The universe is like.
That's crazy.
I'll slide it. Not my first rodeo. 28 years, 45 years of doing this. I sold my first infomercial 28 years ago.
What year was that?
97. And I did it, I bought your course in, I moved fast. I probably bought it in the beginning of 97. Wow. And I was filming an infomercial. Like literally, I went through it. It just hit me. It doesn't hit everybody that way.
Yeah, of course.
Right? But it hit me in a way like, I have to do this. Like it wasn't even like I wanted to. I didn't even know it was an industry. And
Rubet's like, you're done gambling, or my body's like, you are done doing all of this, and then you're like, all right, then you return to reality.
I have a buddy who has a gambling addiction, and I've seen it. And it's fine if you have money coming in, but I've also seen it get to a point where you're starting to like sell stuff just to get enough money to like put it all on one hand. Like sell your car, put that on a hand, but lose it, and then think, okay, what else can I sell? I'm gonna double that to try to win it back. And then if you win it back, then it's like, okay, well now I'm zero again, so I'm gonna play it now because it's like I didn't play at all. There's so many ways to
think
justify
about
it.
how hard he's schemed to get money. Like he just needs to. He's like, I should sell my car. Dude, selling your car is such a pain in the fucking ass. If you just use that energy, like being addicted to gambling, to a degree, forces you to be productive and make something of yourself, or it's like, oh,
The problem is it's never ending. It's like you can't out success the gambling because eventually you'll keep losing.
Well,
Because I've seen him up a lot of money, but he's justified a way to spend it back. Like let's just say he's up 100 grand. Now it's like, well, it's a free 100,000, so I may as well try to double it.
mm-hmm.
And if he doubles it, well, now I'm up 200 grand. Let's go again, and then you lose it all.
Those experiences for me are very exciting. I'm not unhappy by any means because I'm addicted to gambling. 5 months ago, I tried to put my car on the baccarat table and wouldn't let me. But it's just funny, like such an incredible experience and memories because it's crazy. Doing the crazy shit is what makes life
The
so
hard
special.
part is that I think you're young enough where it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You're rewarded for it because if it's on camera, you'll get more followers, more money, and it's a part of your income, so it makes no difference right now.
Yeah.
The problem would be is if eventually you don't get it under control. Because right now you could easily
But
say like it's working
There's
really
something
well.
that will make it get under control because I don't have a choice. Like if you have something that is very important to you, like if the livelihood of even say my dog was on the line, I'm 100% sure I would stop gambling in the pursuit of ensuring. So if you have kids, a wife, a house, that is so much more instinctively important to you, or to me at least. Maybe other people are different. The gambling isn't even like, all right, I gotta lock in and get this shit figured out.
And really quick, I just want to say, when Jack and I started off the Iced Coffee Hour, we really had to do a lot of the work on our own, from finding guests, figuring out the best questions to ask, editing, you name it. Every day just really brought its own set of challenges, and that's why if you're starting out your own business, you know how relevant today's sponsor is, and that would be Shopify.
Shopify is basically your all-in-one business partner, and they power millions of businesses worldwide, from major brands like Mattel and Gymshark to entrepreneurs just getting started. Fun fact, if you've ever shopped online in the US, there's a really good chance it was through Shopify, because they power about 10% of all American e-commerce.
What's great about Shopify is that you get a complete design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates to build a beautiful online store that perfectly matches your brand. Even better, but you don't even have to code. Their AI tools even help you write product descriptions and enhance any product photos.
Shopify also makes marketing easy with simple email and social campaigns to reach customers wherever they're scrolling. Plus, they handle literally everything from inventory to shipping to returns, basically all of the complicated stuff you don't want to deal with.
That's why if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business ideas into...
So sign up for a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/ICH. We have a link down below in the description. It goes to shopify.com/ICH. It's a $1 per month trial. Change your life with just $1. Thank you so much to Shopify for sponsoring this episode. I have a question for you. When's the last time you needed to see a doctor, but you pushed it off? You made the excuse, I'm too busy, it'll heal on its own, or I don't even know which doctor to go to. I'm sure we've all been there. Booking a doctor's appointment can sometimes feel so daunting, but fortunately, with our sponsor ZocDoc, there's no reason to delay, because they make it incredibly easy to find and book a doctor who's right for you.
For those unaware, ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality, in-network doctors, and then you can click to instantly book an appointment. With ZocDoc, you can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, are a good fit for any medical needs you might have, and who are highly rated by verified patients. And then, once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a day and time that works best with you, and then click to instantly book the visit.
And appointments made through ZocDoc also happen really fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking, and you can even score same-day appointments. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/ice to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/ice, ZocDoc.com/ice, with the link down below in the description. Thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode.
For social media, though, I mean, you've definitely used it to your favor. Is there a breakout video or moment that, like, really catapulted your success?
Yeah, it was Togi versus Cabo. Like, that video probably made me $5 million for that one video alone. Like, that, because it made me, it was 0 to viral. Like, that was when I went mainstream. It's Togi versus Cabo. So I think that video probably, because at the time I was taking like 3 grams of steroids, and then I was taking 100 a day. So like realistically, that's
100 of what?
Probably doing like 60 Ritalins and maybe maybe like 70 Ritalins and like 10 to 20. So
Holy.
like,
Were you like drinking alcohol, or was it just?
Yeah, I would be drinking too.
How does that not, like, honestly, how does that not kill you?
Well, exactly. I think it took off.
Used it to your favor. Is there a breakout video or moment that, like, really catapulted your success?
Yeah, it was Togi versus Cabo. Like, that video probably made me $5 million for that one video alone. Like, that, because it made me, it was 0 to viral. Like, that was when I went mainstream. It's Togi versus Cabo. So I think that video probably, because at the time I was taking like 3 grams of steroids, and then I was taking 100 a day. So like realistically, that's
100 of what?
probably doing like 60 Ritalins and maybe maybe like 70 Ritalins and like 10 to 20. So
Holy.
like,
Were you like drinking alcohol, or was it just?
Yeah, I would be drinking too.
How does that not, like, honestly, how does that not kill you?
Well, exactly. I think it took off 15 years of my life. Like, I genuinely think that video, but it's like, all right, that took off 15 years of my life, but the net return on that. The more dangerous part of that endeavor was the steroids. For somebody that doesn't know much about steroids, like half a gram is like what people take. And when you're taking 3 grams, you're in like a really bad spot. Like, you better be, that's what people, like the dudes that are on the stage, the 300-pound crazy like mother, that's what they take, is like 3 grams. So when you mix those two, it's a horrible for your heart, horrible for your cholesterol, horrible for your kidneys, your liver. It's just awful. But I I don't regret it at all because I think, well, again, it made my career pretty much.
So how much would someone have to pay you to guarantee take a year off your life?
Oh, at this point, no amount of dollars because like a good experience with friends going on a vacation, that's way more valuable than a good memory is worth 5 million to me or 10 million to me. You know what I mean?
What wouldn't you do for money? Is there like a line you refuse to cross?
A lot of things I wouldn't suck it. Well, I mean, maybe if there was, how much would you suck it for? Maybe you're pretty rich though. No, I mean, there's a lot of things I would not do. I mean, there's a lot of things
Let's
that
say
are like,
it's $10 million.
I totally, 100%. But there's certain things that like are morally just no good. Like if you are really crossing the line of human ethics, like I wouldn't hit somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Assuming it doesn't hurt anybody.
Oh, it just, if it doesn't hurt anybody, I mean, give me an example. I can't think of
Would you
anything.
sell a kidney?
That's hurting me. That's hurting me a lot, and my kidneys are barely working. So as far as the harm, like if hurting myself is included, there's nothing that I wouldn't do any harm to my body or other people for any harm.
What about surgically removing one finger for $10 million?
Well, I mean,
And you could pick the finger.
you
Oh,
all 10
Would you do that, Graham? You would.
100%, you do that.
The whole thing?
I'm not an athlete. What do you every day? How many
Maybe
fingers?
typing would be kind of difficult.
Is that worth $10 million for you? I wouldn't do it. I don't think I could.
I cut off my feet for $10 million. Are you kidding me, dude? This is outrageous. Honestly, at a certain point, that is so much money, and your toes are so unimportant. I think I don't really know the
You don't really
human
see the
anatomy.
toes that often.
Imagine how many people, like hard-working people that deserve money, have kids, but they're just stuck in the loop. You could change.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any reason, click the button under this video to see if my offer is right for you. We make the process of selling your house easy and simple. No commissions, no fees. We'll buy your house in as-is condition, and you pick the closing date. No appraisals, no repairs, no hassles. All offers are completely confidential, and there is no obligation whatsoever. Click the button below this video and fill out a short survey so we can make you a cash offer today. If you're struggling,
1,000 people's lives. I don't know if that math is right, but you know what I mean?
Shit's a lot.
How
Yeah.
good would that feel to do that for a month straight? You're just like changing lives. One finger. You'd have to be to not get rid of one finger, and you could potentially save 1,000 lives.
Or Plinko.
Or Plinko.
Why is fitness so important to you?
That's where my confidence is rooted, right? Before fitness, I was a skinny, insecure kid. And then I started going to the gym. Every man needs to go to the gym because it shows you that you are worthy and that you have something going on for you. Because a lot of people don't have anything going on for you. And even though getting more muscles isn't necessarily like super productive, you see that I put in the work. It wasn't easy, and I got results. Like it's the most linear work to results thing, and it's very realistic. It takes years to see like really phenomenal results. And so that when a kid is insecure, doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't know what he wants to do, and just feels like, I'm a loser, I can't do anything. But then you get jacked, and all of a sudden, people are like, wow, he looks good, I want to look like him. It reinforces the idea, or it even just shows you the idea that you can if you show up every day, no matter where you started.
So then what was the motivation for then going on gear once you felt like you've already developed a pretty decent physique?
It just, I love everything more, like more extreme. It was like, I look good, but I want to be extreme. And the reason I took steroids is because that's when I was really broke, and I was pretty desperate. And I was like, I need to get famous. And I was like, what's something that I'm interested in, has a large audience of people that really like it, that will like a video, and a large audience of people that dislike it, that are gonna make hate comments. Like the perfect storm for going viral, because before I went viral, I would spend hours watching Jake Paul videos with a notebook. Not because I like Jake Paul, because I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, why is it different? Why is Bryce Hall so famous, so relevant still? How did he do this so fast? And he's incredibly successful. You need something that people hate and love in large audiences. And so what I landed on was steroids. steroids. Like that, bigger muscles sounds cool to me, and it has the perfect storm. I might as well try it. And if it doesn't work out, then it was like it was a good journey to embark on. But in my head, it wasn't that huge of a deal if you took steroids and stopped taking them because it didn't work out.
Have you noticed your personality change at all with taking steroids?
My friends say like when I'm on trend, like I had to do one deal, and I was hiring like 3 employees for a brand, and they were like, in the contract, I want there to be a clause where if you're on trend, you can't fire me. Because I guess when I'm on trend, it's like it's noticeably more aggressive, more very irrational. But like just testosterone, I feel about the same. Maybe like 20% more confident and 20% more driven, but 20% is not a significant marker in my mind.
And what about your diet? What do you try to eat?
Well, I'm a
Healthy or
chef, so I eat chicken and rice every day.
But I saw in one of your videos you were like, all right, I'm not gonna go get Starbucks for breakfast. Instead, I'm gonna eat 6 donuts. And then you go to like Starbucks and you'll get like 10 espresso shots and
That-
what
okay,
with
that
like
was-
10 pumps of.
That was when I thought I was invincible. Like that was before I understood that death is like a real thing, and like some of my friends have had heart failure and health scares. So it's when you see that, you're like, okay, I need to make a change. That was pre-determining that. I really thought I could do anything.
How
with
did
my
you still
body.
stay lean though when you were eating food like that? Was it
It's
cardio?
just steroids. Like really.
So
you
what do they
can
do? Just
anything.
like make your body run
I
hot?
don't know how they work. I just put them in my body, and the steroids make you skinny shredded without. I never did cardio. I still never do cardio. I eat clean now, so that helps. But you
How
can
is your
literally
cardio?
eat anything.
Can you go for like a run and feel fine, or
Nope,
is it?
nope, nope, nope. I started swimming for my ankle, and I swam up and down my pool twice, and I like thought I was gonna drown. I
Why is it so
cannot.
bad?
Well, because when you steroids, I think. Don't quote me on this, guys. I think it makes your cardio worse. Like imagine if you were 35, 40% heavier. Your heart is not meant for your genetics to be pumping blood into all like the carrying oxygen throughout your body is very difficult. So I started out 170 pounds. All of a sudden I'm 230 pounds. That 50 pounds is very hard on
60
your body
pounds.
to like keep up, especially in such a short period of time. Your heart is just like, what the fuck is going on? So if you're not training it via cardio, then it's like when I was on a lot of steroids, and same with all my bodybuilder friends, like you walk up the stairs and you're gassed after 10 steps of stairs. So I'm trying to be a little bit better about it, and I'm not taking steroids right now.
What are you taking?
Just testosterone, which is technically steroid, but I'm not taking very much of it.
Would you say testosterone is like the one, if you want like the 80-20 rule, you want to do like 20% of the effort with 80% results, testosterone would be the one?
Oh, 100% testosterone. Well, you have to take testosterone. You can't take other steroids unless you're taking testosterone because other steroids make your body stop producing testosterone. All steroids make your body stop producing testosterone for the most part. So you have to start with that.
Does getting jacked help you with girls?
I don't think girls care, but it helps with your confidence, like I talked about earlier. So that's where that goes a long ways in getting girls. But girls don't care what you look like. Top 5 things that girls care about. Can you make them laugh? How does the room treat you? Like, do people respect you? Are you confident? And then, like, I don't know, what else would I imagine girls care about?
What do girls care about?
Well, she doesn't know, dude. Because have you ever asked a fish how to catch a goddamn
gosh.
fish, dude?
Right before this, we filmed
talked-
we filmed with a dating coach.
It was a female dating coach that coaches like men on how to
That's the biggest scam of
be
all
more.
time, dude.
That's so funny because that's like what a lot of the comments on her podcast
That
say.
chick
But
has never gotten laid by a girl, bro. Like, she's never gotten a girl. How are you
I
gonna
don't know. I
coach me?
feel like her
like,
advice was pretty sound.
It was sound for a dude, I feel like, in his 30s who wants a relationship. It's very tailored
if you
to
go
a
like
certain
deep
type of-
down the psychological rabbit hole, like surface level, you might get more girls with these basic ideas. But when you're like really trying to attract a lot of women, like if you guys know, John Zerka is really intelligent as far as psychology goes, and his whole thing is like teaching men how to get girls. And if any girl looked at that advice, they would be like, "This is disgusting," and also not how you would get a girl, but very effective for.
So like, what is the psychology of it?
Well, like a lot of girls would be like, "Oh, you have to be like, generally speaking, oh, you have to like show that you care and like, you know, be like a gentleman." Nice. No girl wants, especially at my age, like no girl wants to feel like a guy is fully committed to them. No girl wants you to be like head over heels in love with them, even though that's what they think they want. They want to always have somewhat of a chase. Like,
I don't
let
know,
me
I
get more,
feel
let
like-
me get more, let me get more.
In terms of like the magnetism, that makes sense. But in terms of like the girl being happy, like I don't. I feel like it'd be
Well,
difficult to be
yeah. So
happy
if you get like
or-
further, if you get like, if we're talking relationships, as far as like a healthy relationship, then you adapt. But to initially attract these women, like you have to use like certain methods and idea that are a net negative for the woman's mental health or whatever, and like they're not going to be as happy. But
Over 2 decades ago, I started.
What do you guys think? This guy's crazy.
My kitchen table. That company grew to become America's largest and most successful independent financial research firm, with millions of subscribers all around the world. And during that time, I'm proud to say we helped countless people from all walks of life.
What's up? I'm blowing up on TikTok, huh?
To allow my firm to continue growing as a public company, renamed MarketWise. My old firm went public in July of 2021.
Dude, no one cares, buddy. You're boring us.
that's how you attract them.
You've also previously said that weed, you believe, is the worst drug you can play.
Because it makes you happy doing nothing, right? Like the problem with weed is it makes you so content with not doing anything. Like any other drug that you put in your body, you want to. Even something like ecstasy, at least you want to go out and talk to people, have sex, whatever. Which is ecstasy might not be the best, but weed is the only drug that doesn't really have a hangover. You can do every day and strips your body of your thoughts. People say it makes you more creative. But the only reason it makes you more creative is because it makes you content sitting there doing nothing. If you were not baked and you were sitting there doing nothing, you would be 10 times more creative. The potheads think it makes them creative because it forces you into a state of meditation. Whereas if you could do that sober, your thoughts would be a million times more creative than the baked ones. But people are just confused because they don't meditate, they don't think, but weed makes you happy doing nothing. So it forces you into that mindset, even though you're intoxicated and your thoughts are not clear, they're not as good. If you're gonna do any, like, it's better than like to mix because it's not gonna like those drugs can like kill you, but in the sense of your mentality and your success, it will make you chronically unsuccessful. Obviously, there's outliers like Snoop Dogg, very successful person, but for 99% of people, it's very, very unproductive.
A few months ago, you took what you thought was Earl, but it was like laced with.
I don't really know what happened because I was also doing cocaine and I overdosed because I took a gram and a half. So
A gram and a half?
yeah, I think it was 37 pills of 30 milligram pills that were not real. Well, they were real, but they were, made in a lab.
And how long of a time span is that?
I don't know. I think I was awake for. I think it was an hour, like 40 of being awake when I had to go to the hospital.
Okay, well,
What did they do at the hospital?
I don't remember either. They just gave me some that turn your because I was like seizing, so they just give you that like shut off your brain and like relax your body or whatever. So that because their main concern was that I was gonna have a heart attack because these seizures, my heart rate's at like whatever 190. The main concern is that your heart's just gonna explode in that moment. So I think just by dropping your heart rate, giving you I don't know what they put.
Do you remember seizing? What that felt like?
Agonizing. The most painful thing. I've broken bones, but it was. Well, I guess if you think of the idea of like banging your hand on the table, your body sends a symbol like, "Oh, that hurt," because there's a little bit of damage. Imagine every inch of your body is effectively failing. It was head to toe the worst pain I've ever felt for hours. I don't know like what the definition of PTSD is, but I get panic attacks from sometimes like I'll be sitting there and I'll feel like because there's a distinct feeling that I felt
That's crazy.
right before it happened, and something will feel like a little similar, and I'll be sitting there and I start freaking out. I get what's it called sleep paralysis that I'm laying there and I think I'm dying again or like having a seizure very frequently. I don't know how you define traumatizing, but it very frequently comes up in my everyday life. It's less and less now that it am so scared of something that painful happening to me again that I frequently panic about it.
When you were like lying there, and did you think that you could fight in that moment, or did you?
I thought there was like a 50% chance I was gonna. I was sitting there
What were
thinking,
those
like,
thoughts like?
well, it's hard to have good, clear thoughts when you're in so much pain, but I just remember thinking, like, I cannot believe I sacrificed my potential because my potential, whatever, you go every day you're living, you die your fears or your dreams. And if I died today, I would be at 10% of my potential. So that is, by definition, my fears, not reaching my full potential. So I was sitting there, I was so mad at myself that I let myself slip up in like the whatever lapse of judgment and take this many swear. I was just so sad and angry at myself that I'll never get to see what I could have been. And then the second half was it. I was extremely angry at myself that my mother would have to live through the son, because that's like the worst thing a person could experience, in, as far as I could imagine. So it was just regret, nothing but regret. When I thought I was, I cannot believe.
Wow,
I
some of
cannot
these
believe I
people.
fucked up this bad.
Do you think that resulted in the like long-term permanent change in your behavior, or do you think that like you slipped back to old habits after some time had passed?
I'd probably take 80% less, up to 90% less after that. Well, I guess a gram of habit. That was like the most I've ever taken. But now that would like really inspired my, I need to get healthy. I need to take care of my body. I am scared of, and that was the moment it changed. That's when I realized I don't want to, I'm not invincible, because I thought I was invincible. And now I'm trying to treat my body with more respect now, for sure.
What about the influence you have on other people who watch you? And maybe some of these things are glamorized, of gambling and doing. So
Well,
they're
it's
like,
not like
oh, when you do it. And
It's not like I hide anything, right? I post my blood work. When I've taken a ton of steroids, people see my blood work, see that. Oh, hey, his liver is like functioning at 20% or whatever. Oh, he overdosed. He's in the hospital. He almost died. If I wasn't showing the full story, then maybe that's not a great influence. But if you watch me and my content, there's no part of the consequences that I hide. So you can see the lifestyle I choose, and you can take it with, I should or should not do that based on gets this fun experience, but then also he struggles with, like, if you watch my content, you can see that there's demons there, and he struggles with what, like, clearly a ton of addiction problems, but that's kind of like what comes with the lifestyle. So I think it's, if anything, more informative that people get to see like truly the full story of like the rock star lifestyle.
what are the demons?
It's mostly the push and pull of, I want to be happy, healthy, live 100 years, and then it just takes one lapse, and then all of a sudden I'm doing a ton of drugs and like doing things that, because I am scared of dying, and I will continuously embark on habits that are like would kill you. That's my biggest push and pull in life, like my biggest struggles for sure.
And what about having a positive impact on people who watch your videos? How do you balance that, or does it matter?
I just hope that everybody that watches my videos laughs. Like, the goal is to make somebody smile. I get a lot of backlash and a lot of like support comments, and the comments that I love the most is like, oh, like, I'm really stressed out about this, or this isn't going on in my life, but thank you for posting this video, because it lets me forget about my problems for 1 hour, for 2 hours. For 2 hours, I get to escape my reality and just have a good time and laugh. And I also do like if you've seen any of the Book of Togi, that's my next video, is the whole
Book of
Togi
Togi.
in one video. All my ideas that I hold highly in my head about believing in yourself and becoming a better man, I think everybody can do.
Well, let's talk about the difference between story and how you tell the story.
Incredible things, and 90% of men think they're destined for way less than what they can accomplish. So I really just try and push the idea and try and inspire people to take the leap of faith and embark on what you know you truly should be doing. The biggest risk is not taking the risk, because if you never take the risk and do what you love, you're going to spend your whole life, and it seems safe. You go to college, you have a job, and that's what they tell you is safe, but that's the death of you, and that's the death of your soul. And it kills me to see my friends going through that every day. They graduate college, and they immediately start like the world would devour your personality and soul if you're going on the path that they tell you to, like listen to your own path. So the idea is that I want people to do what they love and be inspired and laugh.
Do you ever feel like you have to play up to certain standards and expectations of the viewers, and that you have to like overcompensate because of the demand of the YouTube algorithm? Do you feel like Shane ever gets like lost in Togi, or do you think these are somewhat synonymous?
Well, it's pretty clear. Like you'll have a conversation with me, and you'll see like pretty much like you thought I was gonna come in and start breaking, right? But I would start breaking if I was on or whatever. But Togi is just Shane, but 20% more exciting, 20% more daring. I'm willing to buy the fake watches because, like, if there was no camera, I would have not pulled the trigger on those watches. But in my head, I still thought it was a good idea. And all successful influencers do that. Like, he really thinks Speed is barking at people all the time. Like, he probably wants to in his head because he's crazy as fuck. But he doesn't bark at people when there's no camera because that's just fucking weird. But when there's camera, he's doing all this crazy stuff. So that's kind of like what you have to do. And when you see an intro of "What is up, guys? Welcome to this vlog." So like, I feel very authentic to myself. But I just, when the camera's on in a non-podcast sense, it's just like, all right, let's level it up 20%.
It's interesting. The only person that I've met who's the exact same on camera, like no difference whatsoever, is Danny Duncan.
Oh, I
doesn't
bet
seem
him
like
the first time the other day.
he doesn't play anything up, even when the camera's not on.
Same as Dax Flame.
He's still, yeah, Dax too, but he's still just like himself, camera or not.
Yeah, some people are just blessed with, they were truly meant to be famous. Like, you as a person is just perfect for the camera, perfect for all this. But for me, I found more success in being, I found great success.
Why is it not eligible? I don't get it. Why is my live restricted? Why? What am I doing? I'm just listening to something. Do I have to listen to it? I don't get it. Nah, whatever. It's fucking stupid. Oh. Well, why is it limiting my... Makes absolutely no sense. So I have one viewer on Twitch. All right. One viewer on Twitch. Might have to go live on Twitter instead. I know it's not called Twitter anymore. Alright, let's try it. What's up? We're gonna figure out. We're gonna go live on end stream, yeah. I got one viewer. Cancel. Alright, that's obviously not very good. One viewer the entire time, but YouTube has not been. It's not like I've got a lot of. Oh man, what did I sign in with? I don't even know. Two messages. Yeah, those are for me. My internet is horrendous. Maybe that's hurting me. I don't know why it is so slow right now. What is going on? Mail for business. What's the X? X gonna give it to you. That's what it is. You didn't know that? X gonna give it to you. What is up with my internet? This is, yeah, slow internet connection. I understand. This is insanely slow. I try to click on stuff. It is video buffering. Yes, it is clearly buffering. Alright, I think this is. I think it's my Proton account. Yeah. Alright, now I got YouTube. You guys just wanted to hear me talk? Is that what it was? I didn't think I was that entertaining. Hey, I'm not posting. I'm going live. No. Welcome to your inbox. Absolute duly fatty. Oh, is this live? No. That's not it. Home. Alright. We're gonna figure this out. Monetization? Yeah, I don't think anyone. We're living in an expo that anyone subscribe to you for monthly content. Okay. Here we go. Start a live stream. Continue. Allow. Allow. Add location. I thought I allowed my location. Yeah, share precise. Yeah, whatever. You are now live. All right. Live on Twitter. All right. I gotta change my camera. My bad. I thought I heard you say you go live on Twitter. Yeah, I just did. I went live on Twitch. Do you use Twitch? Nutrition coordinator. Social health. I could do that. Hey. Russian teacher. Probably a Russian teacher. Part-time teacher. I probably should get up and clean the car, but I definitely don't want to do that. I don't use Twitch. Yeah, join on YouTube. Check me out on YouTube. Help me get those watch hours up. Join on YouTube. Join on YouTube. Oh, it'd be awesome. Bet. Thanks, man. Woohoo. Might get most love tonight on YouTube. Personal trainer, Anytime Fitness. So, live stream shopping hosts, whatnot, women fashion slash tech. Conduct 4 hours of live streaming for each session. Wow. Why not just do it yourself? They have 40,000 subscribers. I mean, that's pretty good. That's way more than I have. But if you can just live stream for 4 hours and you have a half hour deconstruction before and a half hour after, spend $500 on a decent setup. I mean, I need a decent setup, huh? Spend $500 on a decent setup and do it for 5 hours yourself a day. I don't know. Which of these objects shields from the sun? It's weird. Twitter doesn't make sure that you're there, but TikTok does. Yes, I'm here. Hello. Dog walker, pet sitter. Look at that. I got one person on Twitter. What's up, man? Can you say something? Yo. Photo booth ambassador sounds stupid. Yeah, problem with all these things is like, why bother? A bud tender? Should I be a bud tender? Stupid. Hey, 2 people, what up, man? Look at that. I'm blowing up on what do people even call it? Twitter? It's like on X. I'm blowing up on X. 4 people, look at that. What are you guys up to? The desk of the mayor. She's kind of smart. She sends out this hosting a scavenger hunt through our newsletter. It's a good idea. Keeps people on their toes. 5 people. Is that how many people are on? Did someone say something? Like, you can insult me? Something along the lines. Someone texting me right now? Hey, you suck. What's up, dummy? Yeah, I'm gonna be X famous. What you guys know about it? Yeah, but pull it up. X.com. Can't comment on X, so I came back to this live. Hey man, hey Aaron, thanks man. I appreciate it. Alright, I can download this now. Download section. Jeez. Download section. How do I? So what am I up to right now? What am I up to tonight? Man, I'm just hanging out. What are you up to? Trying to post a video, but my internet is insanely slow right now. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, the internet's crazy. I don't know why it's so slow. I'm a fitness guy? I don't know. Yeah, try. Try to stay in shape, you know? Not always so easy. Do the best you can. Try to inspire people. Quincy Fiber. It's a good idea. And my t-shirt. 13 people on. Look at that. How do I have more people on Twitter? On X? It is funny. It's kind of hard to use. Tempting to still call it Twitter. I didn't even use it when it was Twitter. Can I pull up my live stream on this? Hmm. $19 people on. Wow, they posted this 3 years ago. What's the X? Look at all these people. Can people chat on? Yo. Town of Weymouth. Scroll forward comments. Yeah, this is the only comment. 24 views. I don't know how I get 24 viewers on. I get as many views on anything else. Just feed me people, but they're not actually gonna interact or like it or anything else. Look at that. Some people get 400,000. Not me. Eh. Oh, look at that. YouTube, I'm killing it. 3 people watching. I don't understand. How do I get 26 people watching on X? For what reason? I don't even have that. I got like 30 subscribers. But I get that many people to watch. Someone's gonna have to explain that one to me. You guys wanna subscribe? Someone's got to get me some advertisers. How do I get advertisers? How do you guys help me with advertisers, huh? Oh, this is getting painful. I think the internet, the slowness of the internet is not helping. You know, on Twitter it doesn't seem to matter. Hey, I got 31 now. Hey, I got 29 people on. Can someone at least tell me I smell or something like that? Or at least interact. This is what happens on Twitter? Do people just watch and they don't say anything? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I should do? I should do my taxes. I don't feel like it though. Okay, upload. 33 people? How is this possible? And no one even says boo?
For what reason?
$33 views. Hey, what's up? Larry Bird numbers? Oh, now some people are joining. Just contemplating life, you know? Yo! Alright, 35 now. Mark Yellow. What's up, Mark Yellow? Oh. I didn't even post a video. I didn't even put any music to this. Alright. What am I doing? Paul D. Thackeray. Delete. 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 Well, you need a song at least or something. I had a good day. Now my homie's gonna die today. 37. By this, I'm gonna get 1,000 Twitter. I'm gonna get a 1,000 viewers on Twitter. On X. You guys think I can do it? Can I get 100? Can you get 100 people to join me on X? Yeah, look at that. I didn't even add a song. Have a good day. You're having a good, bad hair day? Extreme, my hair looks excellent. Chilling, man, just checking on your lives. You're a finished guy. How long will you be live now? I may have to dip out for a bit. I'm telling you, the comments on your Twitter live are off. We can't comment. Off? I don't get it. What? You agree? Limited by broadcaster. Guessing that means unlimited, ain't it? Why would I limit the chat? Extreme, what's up, buddy? How's India doing? TikTok watcher, what's up, man? Thanks. What's the X? X gonna give it to you. I don't get it. But I can comment? Yeah, what do you mean? Hi. I can comment. Real time fact. Ooh, yeah, what up? Just someone say something. Is it true no one's allowed to comment? You can't. That doesn't even make sense. Hide everything except video? No, that's not what I want. You can't see the viewers. Yeah, hey, look at me. Ask for a follow. Follow request sent. Ask for a share. Start sketching. What's that? Oh no. What did I just do? They just ruin it? Yeah, hey, look at me. Ask for a follow. Follow request sent. Ask for a share. Start sketching. What the hell? What just happened? Oh, did I just ruin it? Of course. What is going on? Start a live stream. Am I already live? Why did it just kick me off? Someone say something? Didn't you know there's a lot of comment? You can't. It doesn't even make sense. Hide everything except video. Alright, well. I don't know what just happened with that. But I'm going live on Twitter more often. Yeah, man, I don't know if it's my internet or what. But I tried to, I don't know, I was just looking at it and it just like kicked me off. I don't know why. I have like 5 people watching on YouTube. I have 6 people watching on TikTok, and I had like 45 people watching on X, and it kicked me off. Fucking ridiculous. I don't know if I should try to go live on Instagram. Like TikTok, it's saying, I don't know, the reach is limited. Like why? Why is I don't know. It makes no sense. Definitely not Instagram. Why did Instagram suck? I get the feeling Instagram sucks too. But what's your opinion? Why don't you like Instagram? What about Facebook? I know how old and boring Facebook is, but do people go live on Facebook? But the X is pretty good. I got a bunch of people joining. Not many people use Instagram. YouTube Live is the same as Instagram. I would stay on X or TikTok. Yeah, so I'm just getting like multiple devices. So I have two phones that I regularly go live on. One on TikTok with, and one on YouTube with. And I was just able to set up this other phone. So I have like my normal phone, then I have two old phones. And I was just able to get this other phone to go live on X. That's why I was using the X. I first went live on Twitch. It didn't seem to work. And then I went live on X, and that went pretty well. So I have three phones. I feel like if I get a fourth phone, I can go live on TikTok, YouTube, X, and maybe Instagram. I don't know if that would make sense. All I know is my internet is insanely slow. At least four-wheel drive, that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, even like looking up Facebook marketplaces. I don't know, it's pretty annoying that my live visibility restricted. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because your live does not comply with the For You feed. Live restricted for some audience. Your live contains themes. I was literally listening to like this. I think you're shadow banned at the moment. If I'm being fully honest, X Live is probably not the way to go for you. A lot of people use X as a way to promote themselves different way than you. Generally, TikTok is the best choice. Yeah, and like I'm gonna keep using that. Yeah, I think you're shadow banned. Yeah, it seems that way. I don't know why. If I listen to something else, so I have to use headphones, I guess. I mean, I had like this many likes like a half hour ago. It's driving me nuts. These people put a kitchen in the back of the minivan. Bananas. People like Kick too, right? You ever use Kick, Aaron? Really? Yeah, to kitchen. That's so weird. $52,000 for a Polaris Ranger? Jeez. That's crazy. Dumbbells. Actually, yeah, I gotta reach out to this guy. I gotta pick out the The reason you got so many views, then wait, I'm sure you do. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like if people could comment, then it would be, at least I can interact with them. If you can't comment, then, because then I feel like that's what like a lot of this is like interacting with people commenting on it. You know, like just if you have 40, 50 people on a live and they're saying, and you know, they're saying stuff, even if it's negative, you can comment, you can interact with them. You know, even if they're telling me I'm an idiot. And it's generally more entertaining to have someone that's, oh my god, this is brutal. What do other ex-creators do? Explicit content on X? Yeah, TikTok's driving me nuts. What's up, Eddie? How you doing? Knicks beat Celtics in overtime. Really?
What was the toughest team? Pitt. Pitt at Pitt. Oh yeah. Yo, and them fans, they used to go ham on us. They say whatever they want. They talk about your mom, your dad.
Yo, this internet's crazy. I don't have a Kick. My Twitch is Thackeray Fitness. I might have to set up a Kick. Kick is definitely out of date. Seems like a lot of people. Aiden Ross has 50,000 people. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna have to get running tonight. Kick, like Kick. The live streaming platform. All right, I'm gonna have to put TikTok out of its misery. Restrictions. Yeah, cool. We got restrictions. But hey, I'm gonna go tonight. All right. Have a good one.